Hello? Hello?
Okay, looks like you got sound now, right?
Okay, I guess we should probably start over then since we had no sound.
I don't know what happened there. Technical difficulties, I guess. All I did is unplug the microphone and plugged it back in, and hopefully it's working now.
It's that Mexican technology, I tell you. I've gone through 3 mice, computer mice.
Okay, well we'll back up, guys. Sorry about that, and we'll start over.
We're getting a message here.
No, it's just that it stopped recording the. So this program will record automatically, and then it only records so much. We're obviously still live, but it records in the background. It's kind of a really silly thing, but I checked it off, but I guess it was still recording anyway. Okay, we'll back up, guys. We didn't get very far anyway, so not a big deal. There we go. Okay, we'll start at the beginning. Take it away, Jennifer. So if you're new to our channel, my name is Daryl. This is my lovely wife, Jennifer. Sorry, we have to start over. I hope you guys can all hear us now. Please give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me because I don't want to be talking to nobody. Thank you so much. Okay, so Jennifer, take it away. I'll go over to the next slide for you. So we'll start fresh. There we go.
Okay, so we've started with the total budget, which for the month of July 2023 is 48,459 pesos, which I think is a pretty high budget. But I say that every month. I don't think I'll ever have a budget that I'm happy with. I guess I'm just that kind of person. But we'll go through each of the items one by one. So I just wanted to show you the full budget. You'll see this throughout most of the slides. So we'll go to the next one and hit the play button down here. Yeah. Forgive me for looking away from the screen. Okay, so here I'm highlighting the items that don't change. So rent, housekeeper, Daryl, and cell phones, they're the same every month. So I'm really not going to say anything about those. I don't know, Daryl, do you maybe want to talk about your allowance? You make me pay it to you every month, but you don't really do anything with it.
My allowance, no. I kind of spend it on you guys on YouTube more than anything. And treat George for coffee when it's my turn to buy, and when it's his turn to buy, he buys, or we go for lunch and take turns. But usually I just buy stuff for my YouTube channel. Like I bought a cushion for my bike. I bought some GoPro accessories, although the cushion for the bike is kind of for my bum. Not so much you guys, but I do ride the bike and record, so it's a little bit for you guys too. So yeah, no, I just kind of squirrel my money away like a squirrel, like saving all my nuts. That's it.
Yes, and you'll notice that there's no gen allowance on this budget ever. I don't need anything. I need a roof over my head and food in my belly and my dog to be healthy, and I'm satisfied. So that's why you never really see it. Or when I do buy things, it usually ends up in the yellow section there. Personal grooming. I do spend money on a regular basis doing that. And the odd occasion I buy myself something, it ends up under personal purchases. But same for Daryl. So like he's not paying for that stuff out of his allowance. It's going on this budget. Okay, I can good with the next slide.
And I want to add, you guys, so on the bottom you'll see we have pesos, US dollars, and Canadian dollars for our Canadian subscribers. So And then even Jen's even got it written up top here: Mexican, U.S. dollars, Canadian. So every item is listed in all three currencies to make it easier for all you guys watching. Okay, we'll carry on. Next slide. Doesn't she do a wonderful job on her PowerPoint, guys? I was totally impressed, and the last PowerPoint she did was amazing. And I really like this one a lot.
Well, I try to make numbers less boring, so I'm glad I succeeded at some.
Oh, is this just replaying over, babe, or?
It doesn't look to me like you changed the slide.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, is this one a play one? Go down. Yeah.
Oh, she's got another video. Wow, look at her. I didn't even notice that. Okay, I'll let Jennifer take it away. I got to refill my water. Go ahead,
Okay,
babe.
so we're talking about groceries here. We spent a whopping 9,760 pesos on groceries. We did not go to the market this month. We had agreed we'd only go to the market when we ran out of meat, when our freezer was empty of meat. And when we talk about dining out a little bit, probably on the next slide, you'll see why we didn't run out of meat in our freezer. So yeah, this is all grocery store stuff. We spent a tiny little bit in the market in Cholula, not that much. Yes, please, dear.
Yeah, it seemed we had to go to the grocery store for one thing or another, like, and then we ended up just picking up a few items every time we went to the grocery store, right?
Yep. But that's higher. I mean, it's not. We didn't spend like we spent a lot more on groceries, definitely. And two, there's a Sam's Club trip in there. So you can look at July 3rd, Sam's Club, 3,336 pesos. So there were certain things we want to buy that could only be at Sam's. So, and I think we figured it out, and we're averaging a Sam's trip every 3 months. So not so bad. And so that 3,000 pesos is not going to be in there every month. I needed some cleaning supplies. We actually did a video on our Sam's Club trip, what we spent and what everything spent, what we bought and what everything cost. So you can check that video out. So that 3,000. So without the Sam's Club, that's not a bad month for groceries, really. If you take out the 3,000 pesos.
Yeah, well, like Jen said, we ate out quite a bit this past month because we've been so
Yeah.
busy running around. We had a lot going on with birthday parties and then people inviting us out, and so we ended up dining out more than we normally do.
So much more. Like we have never spent that much. Well, maybe just go to the next slide on dining out.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next slide. I'll be the IT guy here. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess that's a list of all the places we went to.
Not all of them.
That's not all.
Only the ones I could find logos for.
I know we went to McDonald's once last month, didn't we? I had my first sausage and egg McMuffin last month in almost 2 years.
I don't think that was last month.
No, it was a month before. 2 months ago. Oh, well, sorry. It was last month's budget.
Yeah, and I included like the popcorn snacks and stuff, the movie and everything else in there. I put that in dining out. When we stop at 7-Eleven and get whatever we get, junk food or snacks or whatever, I put that.
No junk food for me.
He says that. What he does is different. So I put that in dining out and snacks for the beach and everything else. These are just some of the restaurants we went to. We took Jorge out for dinner. We took Jorge out for dinner to Amari. It's an excellent seafood restaurant. I believe it's in the neighborhood of
Yeah, it's the north end.
Francisco de Montejo. The owner's name is Alex, and he's from Guadalajara. And Jorge loves to eat there. That was his choice to go there, and he really liked Alex. He says Alex is very nice. So we went there for his birthday, one of his birthday meals, and then we couldn't take him to the movies that same night. Because we couldn't get tickets, so we took him the next night to the movies, and that's when we ate at La Cantina number 20.
Oh yeah, that was
And
pretty
that was
good.
really cool. That was on the second level of the Harbor Mall and overlooking the lake and stuff. It was, and we sat outside. There's probably some shorts on that. The fans were cool, but yeah, Daryl wanted a burger for some reason that night. And I'm like,
I'm just craving a burger. I haven't had
yeah,
much.
so I'm like, oh, well, let's try this bar over here. Maybe it's got burgers. And of course, no, we had tacos. And he had some amazing looking tacos, like bone marrow tacos. Like they put a bone on his plate.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a really, really good meal. Really, really
Yes.
good.
Um, what else? Oh, and then we got snacks at the movie
Yeah,
theaters.
I was hiding the popcorn. You can see the
And
popcorn
what day
there.
did we go to DQ? Oh, DQ was the day we went to Marija. So after we took Jorge for dinner to Marija. And I just say Jorge because Jessica and Jorgito were in Chiapas, or otherwise the whole family would have been with us.
Yeah.
So we took him to DQ for blizzards. And side note, I don't know about the States, but the DQs here in Mexico only serve ice cream and treats. Ice cream.
Well, the DQ that we went to, I don't know about all of
Well,
Mexico.
Jorge said that's how it is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, he would know.
yeah. Because I asked him.
Hmm.
It was just treats and no burgers and stuff. And he was like, "You guys have burgers and fries after your cream?" Like, yeah. So, and I'm assuming it's the same in the States. Um, IHOP. I took Jessica and Jorgito too. Um, I just wanted to have a.
I didn't go.
No, he had to stay home with Cece. Um,
That was a
and it was a
girls'
girls'
day out.
lunch breakfast. So
Yeah, girls'
it
breakfast.
was really good. I haven't had IHOP since I was a child. I think. If I did, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Los Trompos, we just stopped. Usually, if we're on the run, um, and we want to pick up something on the way home, the Super Aki like Plaza by our house, it has a Domino's pizza. So usually we'll just pick up a Domino's pizza and be on our way. But we didn't feel like pizza, so we stopped at Los Trompos, and it was good. We got some sort of, I don't know what they called it. I can't remember now. But it was basically a meal, a family meal, whatever word they use for that. And it was a lot of food, but it was pretty good. It was like 4 different kinds of meats,
Oh, yes.
plenty of tacos and
Yeah.
fixins.
Yeah, the food's good there,
It
actually.
was good.
Yeah.
Uh, Beeps, we usually go to Beeps when we go to Sam's Club. So we have breakfast at Beeps, and then we go on over to Sam's Club. Marlo, Vento, we met a subscriber. Shout out to Janice. It was lovely meeting you and your little pup Peaches at Marlo Vento, and that was breakfast.
Yeah, she's got this tiny little wee chihuahua. It's like literally,
8 weeks old,
it's
9
8 weeks
weeks
old.
now.
It's like literally this big. It's like a quarter of the size of Cece. And Cece is 7 pounds. I don't even think he's a quarter of the size. He's tiny,
Yeah, I
tiny,
don't
tiny,
think he was
tiny.
a pound.
Yeah, not even a pound. No, he
She.
was she. Yeah, cute little dog anyway.
Yeah.
Hi, Janice, if you're watching.
La Casa del Pastel, or the Cake House. A lot of expats know on the Malecon. It was closed for a few years. They've done their renovations, so we had to go check it out. And we checked it out. I don't think we'll be back.
Well, I would like to try the dinner there.
I don't know. It's most things on the Malecon. It's overpriced and it's meh.
I don't know. We had breakfast. I like to give them another chance. Like I said, I worked in the hospitality industry all my life, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and try it again. I'd like to try a dinner there. So, anyway,
Yeah, the last one, Mexi. Good friends, our old neighbors in Chicxulub, George and Hilda.
Oh, yes, we were just there.
Yes, Daryl just did a video of their rental, and she wanted to meet for dinner. And this Mixay is on the Malecon. It's on Gringo Alley. Have we ever explained Gringo Alley?
Yeah, we have on the other live video.
Yeah, I think we're the only ones that call it that. Well, it's our name for it because all the gringos go on that main strip.
Yeah, we just call it Gringo Alley.
Yeah, they like to go to Ventos and.
Well, I call it that too because the cruise ship drops the people off on the cruise on that strip, so they have to walk down that strip with the gauntlet of vendors and restaurants. So, but that is also where all the gringos hang out at those restaurants there. But this place here, Mexi, is more locals go there than gringos for sure. And it's authentic Mexican tacos. It was really, really good and reasonably priced. Cheap, yeah. Really cheap. But really, really good. Awesome tacos. I was glad we went. It was really loud in there and it was really busy. We sat behind a big flat screen TV with a cartoon playing. And there was a family of, 15 people beside us and a bunch of little kids. And they were all just staring at the TV over our heads, watching the cartoons. And then right after they left, our friend asked them to turn the TV down because it was just blaring loud. Yeah. It was blaring loud.
Yeah, the food was good, but it was too loud.
It was really loud.
They do have an upper level. We weren't able to sit up there, but it might be quieter up there. I don't know if they have TVs or anything. But I'm sure the food was good enough. I give them another shout out or another tryout. So what's cutting this? Cuts the sound out that keeps the noise while you're talking. Interference. The fan, maybe.
Oh, the fan, maybe. Are you saying that the sound is cutting out?
I'll turn this fan back here off.
Then keep noise. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying, North. Cut sound out, then keeps noise while you're talking. Maybe it's a fan.
I'll turn the fans off, but I'm not turning the AC off, so sorry. Not happening. It's hot here.
Yeah, it's hot here. Very hot.
We can move on to the next slide if you
want. I don't know why we're having problems with the sound now. We can move on to the next slide. I don't know why we're having problems with the sound now. I know, it sounds good on my phone. If we're having issues, can you tell us again? Does it sound better now? I don't know why.
Gas was, I don't know what happened with gas. Well, I do. We were back and forth to the beach every week and met Merida at least once. We were doing good with the gas there. We expected to spend more money like this on gas, but the first few months here we were spending a lot less than we expected. So now this makes more sense to us. It's kind of leveled out, I think. But we started enjoying the beach again. Like, we missed the beach. We were living there. When you live on the beach, I don't know. Living on the beach is different than going to the beach. The things that you enjoy about it are different, and I don't know if I can explain that very well. But when you live on the beach, you do different things. Like, you go for walks every day, you see the sunsets every day. But when you don't live on the beach, you go to the beach and you spend the day there and you relax. Whereas I don't think you really relax when you live at the beach because you're like, yes, you'll go for your walk or whatever.
It must be the connection. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Let's. So we'll go with the external mic. How is that? Is that better? Jen will just have to speak louder. I don't know why this mic is not working now. Is that better now? Okay. I don't know. It must be the microphone all of a sudden. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, Jen will just have to speak really loud. It's no problem for me. I have an external mic and I don't know why it's not working. It's brand new. And we used it before and we never had no problem.
Not that anybody told us.
Yeah, not that anybody, well, I watched the live feed before and it,
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry about that.
oh yeah, that's terrible. We went through this whole video and the sound was crappy. Awesome.
Okay, so yes, not much more to say on gas spent. I mean, does that look odd to you for the amount of traveling that we've been doing? No?
No,
Okay, we can move on from gas.
no. You might have to speak up though, babe. Because you don't have a big microphone now.
Okay, so vet bills, 3,245 pesos. So I think I'll go over the slides first. So we talk about Cece having a heart problem. And I thought since we're doing this live, I could include a little more detail. So what you're looking at here on the first one, you can see that the left, a couple of things. First of all, the left side of his heart is enlarged. And the second thing you can see is that the heart is touching his diaphragm. And then the next slide is just the reverse side. So you can see left side is enlarged. Now this next slide I find a little more interesting. So maybe if you can follow this black line, Daryl, did the viewers see that? Yeah, the black line.
Oh, this here, yeah.
That's his trachea. And it's
Right there.
so close to his heart. So when he gets excited, like he sees another dog or whatever, like very little gets him excited, he'll start to cough. So that kind of explains why, because then it's hitting his trachea when it's beating really hard. And then the next slide shows a little better, different view of the heart hitting the diaphragm. So that is concerning for them. However,
Right here.
Yeah. No, down here.
Oh, sorry. Right there. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So the heart, the one on the right is his heart touching the diaphragm on the left. So yeah, these are all concerning, and he has heart murmurs, but he was born with these heart murmurs, and I was told when he was born that the murmurs could turn on him at any moment, but then he could live to be a ripe old age too. So now that he's 13 and he's still with us, I feel very blessed, and the cardiologist said that. Yeah, it's a concern, but he should be okay. I mean, it's going to get worse. It's a degenerative disease. It's going to happen. It will get worse. But for right now, he's fine. And he's even playing a little bit more. So he's recovered from his dentistry and his heart. We kind of did a follow-up cardiology. We did it in December, so we're just doing another cardiology appointment just to follow up. And the cardiologist itself was 1,800 pesos, and then the rest was medicine for him. So I don't have to buy him medicine every month. He's on 3 heart meds, and they last. One of them I just buy at a human pharmacy. I call them water pills. Blood thinners, I think, are what they are. and they're dirt cheap.
Yeah.
The Cardi Sure is more expensive, but it's a really big box. He's fine.
He barks at the wind.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so it's a really big box, and it lasts a long time. So I don't anticipate any vet bills for a little while.
Thank God.
I really can't complain. The first, 10 years of his life, he didn't cost too much money, even with his heart condition. And, thanks, he thankfully waited until we were in Mexico to have a little more problems where it's cheaper and more affordable, because I couldn't afford an ultrasound of his heart back home, I'll tell you that. He's doing good, honestly. He's doing really
he's doing
good.
really good. Yeah.
He was born with the heart murmur. There's really nothing that you can do about it, and a heart murmur is degenerative. And the fact that it didn't turn on him when he was young, just is great. And it hasn't turned on him yet. It's just he takes heart medicine. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go over. None of this was.
Well, it's definitely something we can look into for sure. Thanks for that, Nars. We'll definitely look into that.
I've got some other vet bills here. They're not from this month, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what things cost. So an echocardiogram is 1,200 pesos. An electrocardiogram is 1,100 pesos. So the echocardiogram, I believe, is the ultrasound of his heart. The electrocardiogram is where they do the beep, 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 beep. And then blood pressure, just to take his blood pressure, which that's 550 pesos.
Yeah, so 1,200 pesos is $94 Canadian. What was the other one? 50 what?
1,100 and 1,200.
Oh, so 1,100, 1,200, yeah, so around $90. And you said a 500 peso one, didn't you?
550.
550. Yeah, so that's $45, $44 Canadian.
So the anesthesia is probably the most we've ever spent on him, which was 3,000 pesos, but that was well worth the money. I was
Oh yeah,
so worried about putting him under, and the guy was great with him. So,
yeah, that's only like $240
yeah,
Canadian.
And that would. I don't think that it would have happened in Canada. I think she told me. I don't remember. I don't want to quote a price that's stupid, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like $800 Canadian.
Yeah,
In Canada, I mean.
or more.
Yeah. That's meds. Blood chemistry. So to get blood work is pretty expensive. 1,100 peso as well.
It's around the same.
Yeah. So just to give you an idea of some vet costs here. And it was funny because we had, I believe it was a total of 3 cardiology appointments. So we had an x-ray done and the echocardiogram and electrocardiogram. So the x-ray was a different day as the EKG and the ultrasound. And then, of course, the third visit was just to sit with the doctor and after he's had a chance to look at everything, the consult, I guess. So, but I was seeing the same dogs at all of these appointments. And I'm like, okay, this is not just a coincidence. You all have cardiac patients. And they were our white ladies with old dogs.
What a coincidence.
Yes. So, and one Mexican family with 2 cardiac patients.
Okay.
Okay, we can go.
So that's it. That's it for the dog. Move on to the next slide.
This is where the personal grooming comes in. So I got Daryl didn't join me this time, and I tried a new place. I'm always constantly looking for new places because I'm so particular. Um, there was one lady. I think she was the first one we visited after moving here. I found her, and she is exceptional. No matter what country you're in, the service she provides, the sanitation she practices. I've never met her equal. So I loved her. But then she went and had a baby.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to. I mean, good for her. I'm very happy for her.
Trying to clone her.
I have been trying to find a replacement, and I am not happy. I am way too particular, and if it's one dirty utensil, I am not returning to you. And Daryl didn't go with me on this trip, so this is pretty pricey for just one person because I usually spend less on the two of us. But you also get what you pay for. So when we're spending less, it's not as you get more problems. So Macarena was better, the better of the worst, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not quite up there where I'm used to, but they're the second best so far, I guess. But with just regular polish on my toenails, and oh yeah, you can see that right on screen. Gel, regular polish, and the propina or tip all came out to 709 pesos.
Good deal. So what's that? 709 pesos.
It's right there, Daryl. 55 Canadian.
Oh, 55 Canadian. Oh, you don't even have it in US. Oh, you do have it in US. 42.11. Perfect. I guess I could look at the screen. I have two screens going, so
You have 3 screens going, Daryl.
three really. Yeah, I'm looking at my phone as well. One too many. So we'll move on to another one. Oh, what do we got here?
Travel? No, I forget. So
400 Canadian dollars, and oh, that's a dining out, probably.
no, it's not Canadian dollars. I forget.
I don't know. You made it.
Oh, grooming.
Oh, the grooming for the dog.
Yes, dog grooming was 400 pesos. Now
Oh, okay.
that included tip, and I was paying. So our groomer, we found
That's why
him.
the dog is in the picture.
So when we were in Progreso, I found this groomer because he came to your house, and my dog is so high anxiety, and grooming is not his favorite thing. I thought that was a great idea, and he is awesome. He's very patient with Cece right from the get go, and it cost me 200 pesos at the beach. Because we live so far from the beach now, he said, "Yeah, I'll come out, but it's going to be 350 pesos now before the trip," which I get. But I might have to find a new groomer because that's like double the price. I don't always tip him, but I didn't have change, so I gave him 400 pesos.
Yeah, he's really good with Cece though. Like he's
But he's good with CC, but I'm not happy with the cut, honestly. So there is another. I got the number of another mobile dog groomer that comes to this Pravada already, and I'm thinking about trying them. We'll see. Maybe they won't take on a high anxiety dog. Who knows?
Yeah. So that's it for the
Grooming.
dog grooming. I love that picture.
It's my favorite picture in the whole wide world.
Yeah. That was in,
Daryl took that picture.
yeah, I took it in
Holbox.
Holbox. Yeah. We were on holidays. I was on a holiday from my holiday. Jen was just on a holiday. Jen's going to Vegas right away, just so you all know. And I'm a little bit jealous because she's going to see her family.
I'm excited.
Okay. Movie purchases.
So these are personal purchases. So
Puffballs. Loofahs.
Yeah, just a smattering of some of the things that we bought. I didn't buy these particular souvenirs, but I did buy souvenirs and Mexican souvenirs because our neighbors were going back to Canada, and I asked them to send a bunch of stuff to my family. So I hurried up and went and bought a bunch of stuff, and I still kind of fell short because I thought I had more time than what I did. um, I bought a notebook. I mean, it doesn't really matter what um, we bought with that category, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what I'm throwing in that category. And I threw the movie in there as well. And that's the movie that we saw. And it was good.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I was surprised to see Harrison Ford throw. I thought he was just going to do a cameo in it. I didn't realize he was playing the whole part. Yeah, it was good. So that's it. What was the notebook for?
Because mine is running out, the one I'm using.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
It hasn't run out yet, but it will. And we were at the store, so I bought one.
Okay. So carry on then. Where are we at?
Pool supplies.
Pool supplies.
So that total, I think, did we get 2 kilos of powdered chlorine?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think
And only one package of, well, 5 or 6 pucks,
I don't.
chlorine pucks.
Did I buy pucks?
Yeah, one.
Okay. So chlorine powder pucks, and I only bought 2 bottles of bleach, but I bought the bottles of bleach at the grocery store because they were significantly cheaper. Now, Daryl cleans our pool, and I know that some people around here do hire people to come in and vacuum it out and stuff, which you can do, but
For 250 pesos a pop every month, you're paying
every
200
week.
Every week, yeah. Not every month, every week. So that adds up.
Yeah.
You're looking at 1,000 pesos a month, right? To clean your pool. And it's quite easy to clean when you have your own well. So I just empty it and clean it and fill it back up again every week.
Yeah, like if water was an issue, but it's not because it's got a well and it's it's groundwater and it's going back into the ground when you let it out. So
Yeah, you're looking at $80 Canadian a month to pay someone, maybe a little bit more.
yeah, like our neighbors are happy to pay that, and a lot of people are, and I don't blame them. Um, but I just don't know that I'm okay with the process. Like the pool guy will come with his vacuum and vacuum out the pool and put chemical in it, and then he's gone. So you're not really draining and cleaning the pool. Um, so I kind of prefer when Daryl does it. The last house we were at, we couldn't drain it, so we had to do that exact same process.
Yeah.
But he was doing it, so I know how good of a job he was doing because he's particular. Whereas I don't know if somebody else, I don't know how well they're going to do.
Oh, Nars has a couple of questions there.
Where do you get food for Cece? Okay, well that's a good question.
Oh, she has another question before that.
Oh. May I ask how often do you guys cook and eat at home? Usually.
We eat at home
Usually lots.
all the time pretty well, yeah.
We're probably eating out once or twice a week, which I consider lots because back home in Canada, that would be
We never ate out,
never ever ate out, like
hardly at all.
hardly.
Yeah.
So once or twice a week is a lot to us. So yeah, we're eating most of our meals at home. We eat typically, okay, I have what I call first breakfast, and then second breakfast, Daryl makes usually, which is closer to lunchtime. So you could call it lunch. I call it second breakfast because it's eggs. And then that's it till dinner. So
Yeah, normally we only eat 2 meals a day, and now I'm fasting, so like I'll have my breakfast around 10 o'clock or 11, and then we'll have supper around 5 or 6, sometimes a little bit later, but usually by 6 we're eating. And then I don't eat again until the next day around 10 o'clock in the morning. So, but prior to that, really wasn't much difference, really, other than I was snacking after my supper time. I was, eating Cheetos and drinking a Coke or whatever, a bag of chips or, some toast or something before bed, but I don't do that anymore. So, yeah, and eating out, yeah, probably once a week really is what we would normally eat out here. Usually,
Probably.
well, once a week we'd eat out, yeah. A lot of times we would just go and have like, buy street food tacos or whatever. And then sometimes we would go to a nice restaurant and drop 1,000 pesos, right, for the two of us. So, like tonight, actually, we just ate at Boston Pizza. The first time I've had Boston Pizza in almost 2 years. And I had a pizza, and I don't normally eat a Boston Pizza. I find even back home, I find Boston Pizza overpriced. The food, the quality is good. I just find it expensive for what you get. So normally I don't eat there, but I wanted to try it since we're in Mexico, and there was one here. So yeah, and it was 500. It actually was reasonable. It was 500 pesos for our meal for the two of us. And Jen had pasta with potato skins and an appetizer, and I had like a loaded pizza for like a small pizza. So whatever it
Do you
was.
want to get the price with
Yeah,
tip?
so 500 pesos. Yeah, $40. So it would have been more back home for sure because Boston pizza is
Yeah.
expensive.
I guess that's expensive for Mexico.
It's still expensive for Mexico, yeah, for sure. But we're also in Merida too, and I find the Yucatan more expensive. As soon as you leave the Yucatan, well, and then if you're going to eat it, and imagine any gringo type of place, you're going to pay more money. But I don't know. We'll let you know when we're in Jalapa in Veracruz. But I find it expensive here, very much so.
And I think that's another point on the dining out. We ate at a lot of places that were higher priced than what we normally would,
Yeah,
just because of the things that we were doing and the people we were seeing.
yeah.
I think that's why it was so high.
Yeah, like we're
Like
eating
that
ribeye
Latina.
steaks. Yeah, ribeye steaks and fresh seafood and
Yeah.
yeah, we're
That
not just
cantina
not.
was pretty pricey, but it was really good. I mean, you
Yeah,
got a bone on your plate. Like, yeah, it was pricey, but it might have been worth it.
yeah. All the food here has been like wow, really
Yeah.
really good. I don't think I've had too many bad meals here. So and then the dog food.
Okay, so I'll start off by talking about what we did back home in Canada and all the time that I owned him. I bought his food from the vet. It was Royal Canine,
Yeah,
Canine um, Medi-Cal, whatever. Bought it at the vet, and from the time that we got him, he was never really motivated by food. And I think he came from a house with two other dogs, and I think he kind of had to fight for his food, but he'd rather just go play than fight for his food. So he never really, because of his early months with this other family with dogs, I don't think he ever just really had I don't think he cared for food. So I put a day's worth of food out on his dish and it would take him 3 days to eat it. So
yeah,
he was, and that was fine. And that was, 11, 12 years of his life that's what he got. And then, but he loved people food, of course, and treats. So we moved here and I thought, I am not going to try and find this dog food here. I am just buying the food from the grocery store. And does he not eat that stuff up? Like, oh my gosh.
like candy. Yeah, we buy them Purina,
Yeah.
the small ones.
Beneful.
Beneful. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the small
So-
ones for small dogs, and
Yeah.
he just gobbles that up like it's candy.
Yeah, so he ate,
Jen thought she was starving her dog all those years.
but they're just, it's what they're putting the stuff in it that they like, that they so that they will eat lots of it.
He's still not a big eater, though. I mean,
No, I mean,
he
he's
hasn't
not,
put on any weight since we've been
No.
here. He's still 7 pounds. So
but he does eat every day.
he eats every day. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
not a lot. Okay, so we'll carry on to the next one. What do we got going on now? I don't even remember. I looked at this once. Oh, Amazon purchases. Oh my God.
so we got a new gimbal, a new toy. And these dog treats I can find them usually in Bodega, but we have no Bodega near us anymore. That's Bodega Herrera. It's a grocery store owned by Walmart. But they're kind of like a crumbly, like a cookie, so they're not so difficult to chew. And after his we even before his dental work, because his teeth were bothering him, I would get him these, and just because he wouldn't have any problem crunching them up. But since his surgery, I've been breaking them up, so it's even easier. So I buy them from Amazon when Bodega's not handy, and there's really nothing around us, so I just started buying things we would normally buy at stores from Amazon, like supplements, multivitamin, and some garlic pills. I don't think he's recorded anything with his gimbal yet, but it's a newer, fancier, more expensive gimbal. Have you recorded anything with your new gimbal?
No, I played with it in the house a little bit. It seems to work pretty good. It's a stabilizer for when you walk. It definitely is going to be a huge difference for when I'm recording live streams and we're walking to Malecon or whatever. I think it definitely shot it a lot smoother. So well worth the investment. It was, how much was it? It was over 100. It was like $150, I think, Canadian.
2,000 pesos.
Yeah, 2,000 pesos. I'll do the math on it right away here. So I did a little short on it, but yeah, I haven't really used it. Just around the house for a few minutes. That was it. So we're going to Cancun right away, so you'll see that soon. We'll go live in Cancun. So I'll be using it then when we're in Cancun. Hopefully we're in a good area where we have some data that I can go live with my phone. So
Mars is talking about organic and wholesome food.
yeah, $156 Canadian. Sorry, go ahead.
She's talking about organic and wholesome food that her friend gets in Puerto Vallarta. And I've heard of that here in Mexico. Our friend, he lives just outside of Mexico City. He gets the same thing.
Oh, Martine?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And we've made the decision, he had a very healthy diet most of his life. And now, as a senior, I think we're just let him be happy. He seems happy with the grocery store brands. So I don't think that I don't think there's anything now at this point in his life that's going to prolong it. So, if he was 5 years younger, I might make that decision. But I don't think there's anything we could change in his diet to prolong his life now at this point. He's not imminently going to die or anything. I'm still hoping for another 5 years out of his life. But I don't think his diet is going to have a negative effect on his lifespan. So I just let him be happy with his salty, fatty. I don't know that it's salty. Certainly fatty. He could use with some meat on his bones anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we can move past Amazon.
So that's it for the Amazon purchases. Sorry, guys, I had to go to the baño. Drinking too much water.
Tours.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the total up, but I would believe it was over 1,000 pesos, like 1,050 or I don't know. We can look. The what you call it will be coming up here again soon. The budget will be coming back here soon. So we took a lot of tours around. Oh, these are all the extras. So you went to the dermatologist.
Yeah.
We had to buy some medicines due to that dermatologist. Um, and we both went to the dentist. So you got we both got teeth cleaning, and
And she fixed one of my
Oh,
dentures.
I think that's-
One of my dentures had fallen on the floor here with the hard floor, and it broke the tooth. And she fixed it right there at her shop in her house.
yeah. So 2 cleanings, fixing his tooth, and was that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh no, I got some. She called it resin, so that I had some exposed nerves on my teeth. So she did that thing where they do that little. They put something on the tooth and they do that little gun that bakes it or on or whatever. So those were pretty expensive. So I think those were the teeth cleaning was 380 pesos. The resin was like 400 pesos each or something. And she didn't charge you very much for fixing your denture.
No.
But the whole trip, that one particular trip, was 2,000 pesos. And then I had to go back and get impressions for a bite guard. And I don't think she charged me for the impressions. No, that was included in the price of the bite guard, which was 1,500. And then when she put the bite guard in, she found 2 more spots that needed resin at 400 pesos each. So I had to give her more money. Or she didn't, what did she charge me for that?
Price.
Yeah. Another 1,000 pesos for the resin. So those ones were more because these ones were little and these ones were bigger, I guess. And then we toured a bunch of spots off of Montejo. So we went to the Museum of Anthropology. We did Montejo 495, which is that one with the staircase. It was like, wow, it was like walking into the set of a Bridgerton. And then we did the minaret, which is the one on the, I don't know, is it left to them as well? It's underneath the dermatologist. That's the minaret. So we just walked up the tower and down. That was like 50 pesos. And then we did another museum house, which was Quintas Molina something. And that's the one in the center.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow me to record in there in the museum on the bottom here. They said no video whatsoever. You could take still pictures, but no video, so I wasn't allowed to record. So I was a little bit bummed out because I had full intentions of making a video in there, but no go. They were okay with the still pictures though, but no video. It was short anyway. It was kind of just one floor, and it was cool. Like, it was nice. It was really cool. We saw some pretty cool stuff. I would have loved to shown you guys the whole thing, but it would have been short, but short and sweet, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for that then.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned your dermatologist was 800 pesos.
Yeah, 800 pesos for the dermatologist, and it was pretty good experience. It was pretty good. Very nice lady, very professional. Yeah, beautiful office. 800.
Yeah, it was in the hospital Faro.
Yeah, right in the hospital.
So it had a beautiful view, like up in a tower, beautiful view of Merida.
Yeah, so like 63 bucks Canadian. So cheap.
I tried to walk out without paying though.
Yeah, Jen tried to leave. Yeah, so
Well,
not
that's
even,
what you do when you go to the doctor in Canada.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
so not even $50 US, $47
Yeah,
US.
and that's for a specialist.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper for a general practitioner, but she was a specialist. So. Yeah, but pretty good.
Okay, we'll move on next one. George's birthday. George and Jessica are two bestest friends in all of Mexico.
That's just a shout out to him. And I did not add the budget at the end again. So if you could just maybe go back to the first slide with the budget on it and bring that up. And we can, I've said my piece, so I can now ask the audience to ask whatever they want to ask. And we might call this a wrap if there's no questions.
That's it.
Well, I'll just put the budget back up. First slide. No, first slide. Scroll all the way up
Oh, there we go.
and click on this one.
There you go. Nope.
Oh, did we lose everybody?
Nope.
I think we lost everybody. Where is everybody?
Nope.
There.
We're still there. We lost our slide.
Oh,
That's it. That's it for the slide.
sorry, guys.
So I'll post the budget on the. I'll post the budget on our community page. The end of it. So
Well,
that's it. There it is. There.
our budget videos really seem to, the feedback we get is that it really seems, people like it and they seem to get a lot out of it. So that's why we continue to do it. So you're more than welcome and thanks for watching it. And always watching.
All right, my friends, we're going to sign out now then. You're looking at the Malecon, a drone video that I made. I haven't published it yet. Just kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek here. I see nobody's got any more questions. Looks like we're down to one viewer only. So, Nars, thanks for sticking around if that's you.
Is it okay that we call you Nars? Sorry.
Adios, mis amigos. God bless everybody out there and peace on earth. Stay blessed, guys. Hasta luego.